All right, I wanted to talk about these indicator lamps here. Back in the old days, you had meters that showed the UV content of your audio. You could watch the little needles go back and forth. But most of the times now they have bar graphs of LEDs that go up and down. So this is a Mackie Mixer that I have, and here's a little bar graph section here. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 LEDs, and then stereo, so 2 times 8. So how does that accomplished? Like, what's the circuit that does that? So let's take a look at that. All right, so here's the schematics for that Mackie Mixer, and the part number of that I think is a 402. So here are the 2 channels, here are the 8 LEDs on each channel, and then there's a whole bunch of comparators. And then there's this big resistor string down the middle. So that resistor string sets a whole bunch of voltages as you go down that resistor string. And so if your incoming voltage is bigger than this, you'll light that LED. If it's bigger than that, you light out bigger than that, right? And so that's the way it works. This is a resistor string, and then you light up these LEDs. Well, these LEDs, though, have to have current going through them. And it'd be nice if they had a constant current going through them. So down here at the bottom, they have a little current mirror. So they set up a current on these two transistors by having 2 diode drops and a resistor. We've talked about these before in my video about a transistor op amp. I walk through current sources like this. Okay, so that's the way that one was done. So you have to have quite a few comparators, right? So you have to have 16 comparators, and they come 4 in a package. So you need at least 4 packages, 4 big packages of ICs to do this. Wouldn't it be nice if there was one IC that did it all for you? Well, I've seen some circuits that just use a microprocessor here. They just use the A to D of the microprocessor, then the microprocessor figures out what to light up and what not to light up, right? That's kind of a boring way to do it. Yeah, it works fine. I've got one here hooked up. So you can get these off of eBay for, I don't know, a couple bucks. So as you talk, then the microphone picks up your voice, and the little LEDs go, and you get a bar graph. And so, hello, and yeah, that's all there is to it. This one doesn't even have a sensitivity adjustment or anything. It just goes anyway, and it has different modes you can set too. Because it's a microprocessor, you can put it in different modes. So this one's going upside down, going the other way, right? And then this one has LEDs that capture the peak. If I talk real soft, you can see that the little LED. So little LEDs at the top keep the peak, and then the other ones move. So anyway, different modes you can operate this thing. All right, but that's not what I wanted to talk about today. What I wanted to talk about today is Chinese kit time. Everybody loves Chinese kit time. Let's get it onto a tray. So, the cool thing about this kit is it is one of these audio bar graphs, and it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 LEDs. They give you a red one, and the rest are green. And the thing that makes it work is just one IC. Okay, so one IC makes it all happen, and it's a weird IC. It's one of these, looks like a resistor SIP, right? A SIP package. So what's this IC? I've never seen this IC before. Let's take a look at the data sheet. It is a KA2284 5-dot dual LED level meter driver. Cool. So you can see here, it's got all the comparators, right? It's got all these comparators. And here's the resistor string. So it has the resistor string, it has all the comparators, it has an input amplifier, and it has a whole bunch of current sources. So it has its own current source and a current source back here. So I thought this chip was pretty cool. Here's another drawing of it. Yeah, here's the LEDs. And I think you can set the input with this resistor here. And this resistor here might be the, I don't know. I'm not sure what that resistor does. I don't speak Chinese. And it looks like you can set the current here of the LEDs depending on what kind of VCC you have. So what's the VCC range of this thing? It is supply voltage, max supply voltage of 16 volts. Yeah, interesting. Oh well, let's build it and see how it works. It's pretty cool, pretty nice chip. All right, let's see if we can find the flat things. Here's a 10K. Put that here where it says 10K. Single-sided board, FR4. Quality looks okay. And I only have one other resistor, and I'll just assume it's the 100 ohm because that's the only other one that we've got. And it is 100. If you read the bars, I just didn't know what the multiplier was, but it does say 100. It's one of those weird four band jobbers. All right. What should we put on next? How about our IC? It says KA2284. Where's pin 1? I guess that's pin 1 there. It's got a bevel on it. Oops. Yeah, that's got to be pin 1. All right. Want a gross story today? Went to the doctor, and doctor was not pleased about something. Doctors always find something wrong with you as you get older. As they say, getting old is not for sissies or not for the faint of heart or whatever. You know, getting old is not pleasant, and you always find something of the day. Hey, we found this today, found that today. Anyway, found something they didn't like on a particular test, and they said, we want you to run this, do some blood tests. Okay, those are pretty standard, but they wanted me to do a 24-hour urine test. I've never done one of those before. For 24 hours, you pee into a big jug. That was fun. The fun part was taking it in. They had to take it back. Hand it over to this nice lady. Yeah, here's my jug. Thanks. She did put gloves on. Don't blame her. Oh dear. Oh well. Enough grossness for the day. I found some cool stuff on eBay. I bought some things. Those will be coming up for my viewers who joined my channel at the very beginning. I was IMSAI guy, and I was doing old computers, like 1970s computers. Well, you'd be happy to know I will be doing another 1970s computer. I won't tell you which one, and pretty excited about it. That'll be coming in the mail. And I've been doing a lot of these frequency counter videos. And I kind of got interested in frequency counters. There's a particular one that I've always wanted to own. And so I bought one of those. And we'll have fun playing with that. I think it has 10 digits, which is what I kind of wanted. I think mine only does 8 digits. You can scroll it off to the side and get an extra digit, but that will be fun. the bulk of my viewers are interested in ham radio, so they will have to wait a bit for their turn while I do my 1970s computer. Everybody gets their fair share, right? All right, we're nice and straight. Pretty straight. Straight enough for... that one's not in all the way. Got to push on that one. There we go. There we go. Much better. Enough quality for the garage. All right, let's put this one on. Got all my Christmas shopping done. All done for everybody. I'm not sure when this video will post. It might this video might post after Christmas, so it is now about a week before Christmas. So. Went to the dentist yesterday. Back Halloween days, I was chewing on some candy and broke a filling and had it replaced yesterday. No charge. I guess they're guaranteed for a certain period of time. He takes blame if it fails within a certain time frame. So I got a free filling. How's that? Huh? Not many free things these days. I guess he stands behind his work. I like the dentist. He's a good guy. When I was a kid, I had a dentist who was kind of a quack. He was my next door neighbor. Wasn't quite pleased with him, but he was a neighbor, so had to use him. I was the poor kid in the rich neighborhood. My dad was menial labor, and there was a surgeon, an anesthesiologist, and an oral surgeon, and a lawyer, and a dentist. All these rich people lived around me. My dad had bought the property a long time ago, so they moved in when there was nothing there. I'd like to say that they lived in the poor neighborhood, not that I lived in the rich neighborhood. All right, let's see if I can't stick this down with some blue tack, and then I'll flip it over. I shouldn't have said menial labor. My dad was quite clever with his hands. He was basically a cabinet maker, really. Repaired furniture and things like that. He loved woodworking. He loved woodworking. That's where I get all my hands-on skills were from him. He was good with cars too. I think I might have mentioned it before. He drove a truck in World War II. In boot camp, they asked him if he knew anything about engines, how to repair engines, and he says, "Yeah, I'm pretty good at it." And I said, "Okay, you're a sergeant." That's what he did. Drove a big Dodge truck over World War II, landed on Omaha Beach. They built runways, built airports, transported goods around. He told stories of loading his truck up with jerry cans full of gasoline to take into the Black Forest, where Patton was doing the Battle of the Bulge thing, and they needed gas for his tanks. And yeah, a lot of stories, I guess. All right, there we go. That's kind of it. It comes with these little cables here. If you want to do the cable-y thing, I guess we can do that. Audio in and VCC in. Okay. Do I really care? I guess we can hook up VCC, and then we'll just put a volts on here and see if we can get it to change. Oops. Get it to change. All right, let's tip this down a bit. Rearrange the camera. All right, what kind of volts should we put on here? Well, I'll go ahead and put 12 volts on. How about that, or 15 volts? I got 15 volts right here, so let's use 15. All right, so VCC is this wire here. And so we will put the plus over here. Okay, plus will go there. Ground will go over here. And turn it on, and nothing happens, okay? And then we'll use the other one. We'll put some volts over there, see if something happens. Oh, look at that. Something happened. We got all of them. So let's turn the volts down until we don't have all of them. Oh, there we go. Okay, so full, when that one comes on, right at 2.3 volts. So that one is at 2.3, and that one turns off at 2.2, 2.0, 1.65, and that one just comes on at about 1.4. That one comes on at about 1.8, 2, 2.2, and 2.35. Interesting. Anyway, yeah, it does what it does. That's pretty cool. A little bit bright in the camera, but that's okay. So, I've never seen that chip before. I thought it was interesting. I wanted to buy it just to play with the chip. And thinking of maybe using the chip for other things. Maybe a window comparator or a crude voltage thing, or I don't know. It seemed like that chip we should be able to use it for something else. I don't know. Kind of a fun little thing. Super, super cheap. Or maybe I'll have an audio project where I need a little UV meter. About 2 of these, so I can do stereo if I want to. But anyway, there it is.